Well, good morning, guys. So after I put the hats under the hot water and kind of give them this shape, they kind of have this shape right here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to press it. I spray a little bit of water. This is just water. And again, the iron that I'm using, let me turn on the valve. This is a gravel steam iron. So it produces a lot of steam. Is made where you could do your hats, wedding dresses, everything. It's a special type of shoe on here. I know a lot of time somebody was like, you're gonna start a fire. It's a special kind of shoe on here, and I press the button, it's just releasing steam. So the hat is not in direct contact with the iron. It's not in direct contact. But it's a gravel steam iron. And then a lot of times when I use the ironing board, and this is a really thick board, so the steam is not going to the bed. But steam wouldn't hurt the bed anyway if it did. But no, it's not. A lot of times I use the pressing block and the ironing board. So as you see, I'm just focusing on this brim. So my friend asked me with the hats that she got and had them shipped, and she was like, so are you saying that I can't just get the hats out of the box and wear it? Sometimes if the vendor ship it right, but a lot of times when you're getting these hats and you're getting them from afar and you're getting them wholesale, they really don't care how they ship them. So the hats be crushed and everything else. So that's why y'all would see me doing this technique. So yeah, that's why y'all would see me doing that. And sometimes when y'all buy hats, y'all get this little plastic piece. But don't put steam on that piece. You can let the hot water and let it shake to this mold, but I won't put the steam iron on there. So you see back there, you want to rub, get that out. So again, and if you don't have a gravel steamer, you could buy a mini steamer. But I had this iron for the wedding dresses. I do have a glove, but I'm not letting the steam really get me good when I'm doing it like this. But I do have a heat glove where I can literally do this with, but I don't know what I did with it. Got to figure it out. Yes, when I got this iron, I was figuring out, like, where would I put it? Because literally, I'm starting to run out of space. So that's why I just decided to hang it on the door. Because you need to be going up. I did have an IV pole, but I'm like, where would I have it? I'm like, you know what? I just put it on the door. Because it has water and it goes down through the holes. So I will continue to press, to shape. And then I will come through with, y'all know, the shellac that I use. So, and anytime you're doing a white hat, always go on the inside. Do not put the shellac on the outside or nothing like that, because you don't want to take away the color. So when I do that, I'm going to hit it in the inside or just use hairspray. So y'all remember the hat I was working on where I sprayed it silver? So this is how it kind of turned out. So you see how the hat, when I put that shellac on it, it gives me that stiffness that I love. So that's what it do. So now I'm going to do her black one. But yeah, it gives me the stiffness that I like. So now, if you don't like this type of stiffness, you don't have to put shellac on it. You could just shape it to the shape you want. If you want to be able to flex and bend, but I don't like the floppy hat look. So I always take all of my brims and pretty much stiffen them. Yeah. And then you don't have to do as much. You can go lightly if you chose to. But yeah, I personally, I like all my brims to be like this. So yeah. And I'm going to show y'all the other hats. And then when I get time, because I know I'm still getting the wedding dress together, I will find outfits to match and try it on at a later day. My little try on haul. So I really appreciate you guys being here, you know, hanging out with me. I really like to create stuff. So when people be like, what's your happy space? This is my happy space. I like to do stuff like this. And if you get a gravel iron, you see me doing this, I'm being cautious, but don't just do that and not paying attention, because the steam will come through the hat. But I'm kind of just putting it on there and moving it around. So what I said to her, now normally, I'm going to show y'all a next hat. So she was concerned about the fit. So these is not blank hats, meaning the vendor she got them from, they was already cut and put in a certain shape, but when you get them, they you know, the shape been and lost its shape. So I was telling her that I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get one of my hats, and I told her that I glue my bandana down, okay? But I told her that because she kept saying, what if it don't fit the size? Her hat size is the 7 and stuff. And remember, I didn't custom make these. So whatever it is, that's what it is. I'm just reshaping it and going to design it. Okay. So like I explained to her, I was like, hey, what I'm going to do, hold on. So y'all see the hat just kind of rests. So I was telling her the hat ain't, unless we block it bigger, you can make it drop to your ears. But I say it just pretty much rests right there, you know, depending on how you wear it. So she wear a lot of baseball caps, and she kept saying her hair and it don't fit. And I kept telling her, the baseball caps, you see how I put the baseball cap? This cap is on and it go all the way down almost to my eyebrows. This is kind of how she wear her baseball cap. So I told her these hats and the baseball caps is a total different fit. So you got about, up in this space, you probably got about 4 inches of height up here. So her hair is like a mohawk, and I say you will still be able, the distance and fit it. See, this is flat to my head, so I was trying to tell her the difference, because she never really wear these hats. She wear baseball hats. So I was telling her the distance you see, if I'm resting it all this, I told her your hair gonna be fine. So just focus on the circumference. So when we do the measurements for the hat, we go around like that. Some people might bring their hat down, like some of the hats. Okay, for instance, this one. This hat that I blocked is a bigger hat. So it comes down a little bit more. But like I was telling her, that if she want the hat to come down bigger, then we need to get a blank hat. This is a hat that I blocked. We need a blank hat, not a store-bought hat like this. So let me show y'all couple more hats that I've been working on behind the scenes. Okay, so here's another orange one. Y'all see it? Okay, so I got the orange. I have the blue, and I put the denim around there. So the blue around there. Okay. And when I get a chance, all these hats that's done, I'm going to try them on for y'all. Find something to put with it. I just got kind of a lot of stuff that I'm doing. Okay, look at the pink one. So y'all see what I did? The bandana is different colors. So if y'all see, it's like a burgundy, it's orange, it's red, it's yellow, it's like a turquoise, and then I did the graffiti splash on it. So that's what I was telling her. With my hats, with the bandana, because I don't like my stuff moving around, I either sew it down or glue it down. So what I told her, since we're concerned about the fit, I'm not going to glue hers down. I either sew it down, because these hats do have the sweatband in here. So if she's saying the circumference, she will be able to adjust it and, you know, make the hat go a little wider. But if I take that bandana and glue it around, then this hat ain't gonna flex. So I told her, she said, why wouldn't you? I said, because were you concerned about the fit? If I glue it around and the hat ain't gonna have the ability to expand. And I say, I take mine and I make it permanently, and I take it and I glue it down. I don't take it on, take it out. But some people like to switch the bandana. So I told her, if I don't secure it, when you get these hats, you could switch out the bandana. Now I'm going to secure the binder going all the way around, sew that down. But meaning when I put the band on top, I'm not going to secure it. Therefore, if the hat is too little, or she need to, you know, make it bigger, she could do that. But yeah, so this one is, thought that was really cool. So I'm just freestyle experiment and, you know, making it pop. So this is, y'all remember the African fabric? So I use some of the African fabric on this, because I got like 3 dresses that's made with that African fabric. So yeah, so that's what I was telling her, that we're going to do it like that. And I just want to reassure that it's going to fit, because she's having a family function. So I don't want to send something and then it's like, oh God, the head is too tight, it don't fit. And then we have that problem. So I'm not going to secure it. And as y'all see, this hat, I have not put any shellac or anything on there yet. And I was telling her that the shellac is going to help it keep its shape. And it's going to harden it like how these is. It's going to give it that. But if you don't want that, you just steam it, and you don't have to have the shellac on there like how I do mine. I just genuinely like the shellac. I got an iron press, one more hat. So that's what's going on behind the scenes. So give you an example. Well, I don't want to try on her hats, because then it's not mine. So like this one don't have anything on it. So if you don't want to stiffen it, you know what I mean, and you want it to be able to do this, you could do that. You don't have to put anything on the hat, and you could just press it out, and then you see how flexible this is. So you can get it to this point, and that'll be it. I actually prefer mine to be stiff, and this is water. So if you don't want to use the shellac, you just want to kind of use a water solvent to make your hats kind of stiff. You could use spray starch. Okay, you could use that and just kind of press that in there, and you'll have that stiffness, but not like how my brims be stiff. So a lot of people, one of my friends, like, she don't like stiff brims. I was like, okay, well, you would just skip the shellac. You won't put that on there if you don't like it. I just like for my hats to stay in that shape. When I get them, I ain't always got to try to press them or nothing like that. I just like for them to be ready to go. So yeah, that's what's going on behind the scenes. Working on the hats. So I hope you guys have an awesome Wednesday. And yeah, so far I got a lot of them done. And when I get a chance, more free times, I'm still going to be sewing that dress, so I can have that prepared by I don't know if she's coming this weekend to get it, or however. Well, probably not to get it, but we got a lot of more steps to go to that dress. So I want to knock out all of that, so then I can work on my personal stuff that I want to do. And then I will be going back to the fabric store and getting fabric and stuff. So that's what's going to be real unique, because remember the rest of the hats she gave me, so I can go and I'm whatever dress I'm gonna make or whatever, I'm be matching the fabric to it. So they're gonna be set. Yeah, they're gonna be set. So with that being said, that's what's going on behind the scenes. These particular hats I did not buy. I mean, I did not make, meaning they're not a blank hide. They are hats that has been made already. And what I'm doing is just shaping them like this particular hat. Y'all see this? This is a hat that I made. So meaning, y'all remember these hats. It came it came a blank hat. So you can make them, you can shape them. These are already put together. But as y'all see, I like all my hats to be pretty much flush to each other. So that's what's going on. So I will let y'all go, and I'll see y'all later. Okay, thanks for watching. Toodles. Okay guys, so when I be cutting the bandana, I do buy the bandana in bulk. So if you see this bandana is barely want to move, when I put heat to it, I'm able to expand it. And when I cut the bandana, so if you're taking a bandana and you cutting it, you cut it on the bias. So if you don't know what the bias is, it's the, let me get it right, it's the lengthwise grain crosswise. So that will be the bias. So you'll take the fabric, even a fabric that don't stretch like these bandanas, you cut it on the bias grain crosswise, and it'll give it the ability to expand. Okay, so I don't use the whole bandana. Some people do. Some people take the whole bandana and they're some people take the whole bandana and they will put the whole bandana on there. I don't. I cut this bandana. I take the scarf like this, I fold it in half, or it's a triangle, and I cut it on the grain like that. So remember I told y'all this one, I'm not going to, I'm not going to glue it down. I'm just going to pretty much do this to it. Put a tie in it. Then that for if the hat is not expanding, she could, she could take this off and move it. And then I need my clips. So take these clips, cut these. I cut off the main little tip to the scarf because we want it to curve. And these clips is on Amazon, craft and sewing clips. So now what I do is just start pinning it on there. And if you're wondering what size to cut it, you cut it due to the size of the curve you want going around it. So that's it. So yeah, we're not even gonna sew this one down, and I'm not gonna secure it with thread, neither with glue, because I'm gonna leave it so she can be able to adjust it. So this is how I do the hats. And I do buy the bandanas on wholesale from Amazon. So if y'all want to make these hats, make them nice and cute. So to keep the structure of the top of the hat, and with me and her talk again about the stiffness, because everybody don't like that stiff. That ain't everybody's cup of tea. I'm going to spray the inside of the hat so that I'm going to spray the inside so that this part of the hat, it'll have that. And then when I ship them, I'm going to put them in a box that's tall enough, that's big enough, that it won't get crushed. I'm not going to stuff them in a box. So yeah, that's how I do this. And then she want graffiti. So she won't like how y'all be seeing me do the splashes. So what I'm going to do with this one, because this head is white and black, I'm going to do the white splashes. And then she want the white bandana on the other one. I'm going to do the black graffiti. And she just wanted like plain. She didn't want me to go overboard with it. So that's it. I'm going to sew this around. And I told her, she said, when would it be done? I said, girl, I'll be done once they dry away today. But I'll probably ship it out Saturday. I'm doing a lot of different stuff. So that's a behind the scenes when we making these hats. How it goes. And I do, y'all probably saw me before, I do use a sewing machine and stitch that going all the way around. So I'm going to stitch that around, spray the shellac in the inside, and then I'm going to talk to her first before I go to messing with the brim, because a lot of people like to bend and do their brim, so I'm not going to do hers with the shellac. So, okay guys, that's how you do the, that's what I do for the bandanas and different things like that. So, alrighty guys, talk to y'all later. Toodles.